Modern convenience is fast, it's cheap, and it's everywhere. But the products we use, the tools we depend on, the objects we live with every day, they are not built to last. And that didn't happen by accident. It happened by design. For most of human history, durability was the default. Clothing was stitched to survive decades. Furniture was carved to outlive its owners. Appliances were repairable down to their smallest part. We built things slowly, carefully, and expensively, because everything was scarce and every hour of labor mattered. Durability wasn't a luxury, it was survival. Then, something changed. In the second half of the 20th century, a new idea emerged. A quiet economic evolution. Not some grand philosophy. Not a conspiracy, but an incentive. The incentive to sell more, to produce more, to lower costs and increase margins, to speed up consumption. And as the global economy scaled, something subtle shifted. Durability stopped being profitable. Volume did. Today, we live in an economy of replacement. Your clothes might last a season, your electronics a few years. Your appliances struggle to get past a decade. Your furniture is often cheaper to toss than to fix. When an item breaks, the instruction is simple: don't repair it, replace it. This isn't just a cultural habit, it's a structural reality. To understand why, you need to look at the architecture behind modern production. Every industry has optimized for four things: cost, speed, scale, and margin. And durability slows down all four. More durable materials cost more. More repairable designs take longer to engineer. More quality control requires more labor. And most importantly, more longevity reduces future sales. So industries had to choose: build products that last or build companies that grow. They chose growth. Let's break it down, starting with the clothing industry. A century ago, wardrobes changed slowly. People owned fewer items, and each one was carefully made. Today, fashion cycles move weekly. Low-cost materials, rapid logistics, and global supply chains have made clothing disposable. The incentive is speed, not durability. The result? Millions of tons of textiles discarded each year. Clothing prices that mask incredibly short lifespans. And consumers trapped in a constant loop of replacement. Now look at the electronics industry. Electronics used to be engineered for longevity. They had thick components, modular parts, and came with repair manuals. Today, we have sealed bodies, proprietary components, and short software support cycles. Materials are optimized for thinness, not endurance. The trade-off is simple: thin, fast, and cheap leads to high sales volume. Durable, modular, and repairable leads to lower revenue over a decade. When devices fail, most consumers don't fix them. They upgrade. The industry knows this, and it builds for it. But there is one industry that demonstrates this shift more clearly than any other: the smartphone industry. A device that used to come complete charger, cable, earphones. Everything now arrives with less and costs more. Accessories that were once included are now sold separately. Earphones became optional. Chargers became optional. This is not an oversight. It's an economic strategy. The incentive is simple: sell the device, then sell the parts of the device. Then sell replacements for the parts. A product becomes a platform. A platform becomes a revenue loop. The device is no longer the business. The ecosystem around its shortcomings is. The same pattern appears in the automotive industry. There was a time when cars were built to become part of a family's history, lasting for decades. Engines were over-engineered, frames were solid, parts were repairable. A car could be handed down from one generation to the next. Today, the average ownership cycle has collapsed to just 5 or 10 years. Not because people have changed, but because the products have. We have lightweight components, plastic assemblies, and electronic modules with short lifespans. Repair costs often surpass replacement costs. Manufacturers no longer aim to make machines that last 30 years. They aim to make machines that guarantee the purchase of another one in a decade or less. Durability became a risk factor, because if a car lasts too long, a customer doesn't come back. These industries aren't outliers, they are symptoms. Symptoms of an economy designed around impermanence, where products decline by design, where accessories are monetized, where repairs are disincentivized, and where progress is measured not by longevity, but by turnover. Think about your kitchen appliances. Refrigerators used to last 25 years, washing machines 20. Now, life expectancy has dropped dramatically. The reason? Lightweight components, plastic gears, and electronic control boards that fail much faster than old mechanical switches. The repairman is now more expensive than the replacement, and that is not a coincidence. It is by design. The furniture industry shows the same shift. Solid wood has been replaced by particle board. Traditional joinery replaced by glue. Metal fittings replaced by thin alloys. Durable furniture lasts generations. Fast furniture lasts until your next move. Durability is slow revenue. Disposable goods are fast revenue. So why does everything feel like it's getting worse? Because we optimized our economy for speed, not endurance. For scale, not longevity. For profits today, not stability tomorrow. And once an entire global system adopts the same incentives, the outcome becomes inevitable. Nothing is built to last. Because consumption isn't built to last either. And this isn't just about physical objects. The physical world is not the only place where durability is disappearing. Software now expires faster than hardware. Updates deliberately slow down older devices. Support windows shrink. Apps become incompatible. In many cases, devices don't fail because the hardware breaks, but because the software simply ages out. You didn't stop using the device. The device stopped being allowed to work. Obsolescence became code. Even our public infrastructure, the very thing once built to outlive generations, has adopted these same incentives. Roads erode faster. Pipes corrode sooner. Bridges built in the last 40 years are deteriorating faster than those built a century ago. Why? Because infrastructure too is now optimized for lower upfront cost, faster construction, and minimal labor. We build quickly. We maintain endlessly. We repair constantly. Durability used to be the goal. Now, the goal is efficiency. But efficiency without endurance is just acceleration toward failure. The systemic truth is this: nothing is built to last because the economy isn't built to last. The engine of our economy, quarterly growth, hates longevity. Turnover equals revenue. Replacement equals stability. Disposability equals profit. This story isn't just about products. It's about the economic foundation beneath them. Growth demands expansion. Expansion demands sales. Sales demand turnover. And turnover demands short lifespans. If products lasted too long, entire industries would contract. Production would slow. Jobs would shrink. Revenues would flatten. Durability is good for consumers, but it's terrible for many modern business models. So the system chooses the path of least resistance. And here's the uncomfortable truth: a huge part of our modern prosperity was built on disposability. Yet this disposability comes with a cost, not just an environmental one, but an economic one for all of us. When nothing is built to last, consumers end up spending more over time. The cheap item becomes expensive when you have to replace it over and over. The affordable device becomes costly with all its recurring fees and required add-ons. The accessible product becomes a trap when failures are frequent. Durability used to be a form of wealth. Now, replacement is the subscription model of the physical world. Thank you for watching. If this video made you think, consider subscribing for more content that looks deeper into the systems that shape our world.